Ladies and gentlemen, you're back here with me, Donald Wonder, to celebrate the year of Lupin in 2016. Thanks for watching, guys. If you missed the last Lupin video I actually did a double bill where I covered two titles at the same time. One was a smaller special called Family Lupin All-Stars, and another one had the other one had a longer name, which was called Lupin Another Page, etc, etc. It's on the screen. Click on the top right hand corner of the YouTube card if you want to go back to those discussions. But now we're moving forward to 2013 to a super special Lupin special. Actually, it's a follow-up to a previous special in the Lupin franchise, which was Detective Conan versus Lupin, the TV special. But now we're talking about Detective Conan versus Lupin III, the movie, 2013 edition. The plot to this movie is kind of twofold, as we've got two of these franchises getting together. So when the movie starts, actually, the Detective Conan police team are hunting down one of their, I believe it's one of their signature villains. I think he's called Mr. Kid or something. And he's stealing this diamond, and all of a sudden, in his heist, he actually shoots a gun, which shocks one of the policemen. And then what you find out is it's actually not this kid guy. It's Lupin. It's not this kid. And Detective Conan actually chases Lupin. And you know what? This started off on the right foot. Yes, Lupin versus Conan. Opening scene, pretty good, pretty fun. That was the intro to it. So I was thinking the plot would devolve from there. And on Lupin's side, Lupin is being blackmailed to steal the diamond he just got by some guy who's got Fujiko and's got an explosive thing on her neck. And if Lupin doesn't do it, I mean, we've seen this 1,000 times, man. And you know that Fujiko's in on it. Sorry, spoiler. So that's on Lupin's side. And on Detective Conan's side, he's actually investigating this pop star that's actually being blackmailed, and his producer's kind of using his whole performance as a front to do some weapons stuff or some criminal stuff that I don't really want to get into. So overall, before I get into the bits and pieces, what did I think of the movie overall? So on the last TV special, I was kind of disappointed because I felt like I didn't get that Lupin versus Conan team up I was promised, and that whole princess TV idea they had, it was so played out. And it felt very toned down. Now, this movie, honestly, it's better. It does a lot more fan service. The energy is a lot more energetic, but I still didn't exactly get what I wanted, a Lupin versus Conan. But I did come away from this movie liking it a lot more. Now, the plot to me is rather secondary and is very long-winded. This movie is nearly 2 hours. It's the longest Lupin special of all, and it felt very padded. Now, what I will say is that the energy in this movie was so light-hearted and fun and jovial. It actually made me laugh, even though I wanted there to be a bigger story. But besides myself, I found myself enjoying the movie on a very base, stereotypical level. I mean, the plot, again, is very simple. It all boils down to this pop star and this producer using him as a front. And it's not very interesting. The things that are interesting is just the character moments between Conan and Jigen and Lupin trickings in the gutter. Honestly, this movie actually felt like two really good, fun, jovial episodes of each of the series compared into one, and kind of dragged out. So although this was really long and the story wasn't really there, it just kept on going in and out of so much comedy bits and so much energy. I found myself enjoying it, but being critical, the story it's forgettable, honestly. The action scenes are few and far between. The two best action scenes is one that stood out to me is one where Lupin has to steal this diamond right from us in the gutter, and some of the Detective Conan team, the way he does that is actually really funny. He gets caught and then he ends up electrocuting or tasering in the gutter and this woman, and it goes on for a while, and it gets really goofy, but it's really fun. Lupin putting masks on everyone. It's a silly chase, but it's funny, and it goes all the way to the subway. That really made me laugh. The second one, which is rather weird, is when this pop star's about to commit suicide, and it gets kind of emotional and tense, and then Detective Conan has to come and save him off a cliff. That was animated really well, and I enjoyed that. But if you're talking about what the main bad guy, whatever, the promoter guy, whatever, the guy that was kind of holding Fujiko hostage, whatever. One of the other things I like, because I have to point out the positives, is that I said it in the beginning. Fujiko always betraying Lupin is so played out. It really gets on my nerves. Honestly, it was gonna bring the score down a lot. But funny thing is, this whole thing with Fujiko having this dynamite on her neck or whatever, it turns around on her in the funniest way. And I think the writers knew that we need to change this up a little bit. And that exchange between Lupin and Fujiko, and it didn't work out for Fujiko the way that she thought. That was a nice change. It was self-aware, and I appreciated that. But me saying all these positive things, it honestly, as a Lupin special, it doesn't really play out to be anything monumental. I did catch that there was a lot of fanfare, a lot of fan service done to the Lupin fans. They have a lot of things here from the previous Lupin movies. They have a lot of call outs to the Detective Conan fans. I felt this was a very good fan servicey movie, a very good fun, young, energetic movie, but I didn't get the verses I deserve. Well, I wanted, not I deserve. I'm just one guy. I don't deserve anything. I take what I get. But again, I wanted more. And somewhere I want them to do a movie where Lupin is always trying to steal something and Detective Conan's always... I want Detective Conan to be a very competent Zenigata and outshining Zenigata and going up against Lupin, and I want that to be the focus. And in that intro, it kind of promised that, and the name kind of promises that. And don't get me wrong, as I said before, this movie is better than the TV special. The animation is okay. It looks clean, it looks good. The character designs, again, they're both different for both series. So I didn't like how they melded on that TV special. This time it works a little bit better. But the animation of this movie isn't even as good as the last Lupin movie I discussed, which is very weird. But again, they're trying to complement two franchises at the same time. So obviously, you know, there's going to be some sort of compromise. Overall, I think as a rating, this is just okay. I think if you're coming into this movie fresh, you don't know who Detective Conan and Lupin is, you might be bored. Honestly, this is for the fans. This movie is for the fans, and I think it kind of works. Even I noticed a lot of the callbacks, but I was wanting, and I think the movie was too long. Ultimately, it was nearly 2 hours, but it didn't need to be. You could easily shave off 20 minutes. But it was nice seeing the bits and pieces all here. And although it was long, I wasn't really bored. I felt like they knew what they were doing this time. It was a little bit more coherent, but mostly this is just kind of jovial, trivial, not anything too serious, fun. And I kind of put in that towards the Detective Conan side, because again, Detective Conan is a very young age show. Lupin is more adult themed and violent. So finding that balance and giving me what I want might be an impossible task. But again, I don't know. Maybe I'm just expecting too much from this team up. Maybe it just can't be what I want it to be. All I can say is that I don't think this was terrible. And it was okay, as I said before. And the fans, looking at the fan feedback, most of the fans really liked it. The diehard fans thought this was a great tribute to both franchises. I mean, they even have the opening scenes and the opening introductions to both franchises reanimated in this movie, which is another good thing. So I felt like they came in knowing what they wanted to do, and this is a better team up. If this was the first movie they teamed up on, I would have appreciated it more, but who knows? I would watch another one of these. I will say that ultimately. But again, guys, that's my ramble on it. What did you think? Leave a comment in the comment section down below and share your thoughts. Agree, disagree. Guys, just share your opinion. Let me know what you think. And man, I think we've only got 1 or 2 more movies that have actually been released. I know there's more in the future in the pipeline that are coming out, but I'm probably going to stop after the next movie and have a discussion on the well, I'll tell you guys later. Just stay tuned, because the next movie I'll make a little announcement. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you like the discussion here, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see all the other stuff we do on Planet Tyro, hit the annotation on the right. We do books, movies, TV shows, what have you. We do the podcast as usual. And I want to say thanks, guys. Subscribe, and until then, again, I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.